So gang, I'm going to talk to you guys about the future of this channel. It's a new look, it's a new year, so let's talk about the things that are changing and the things that are staying the same as we enter the new year in 2020. So before I do, you might be asking, Joe, it's been a minute since I've seen you, man. Where have you been? Well, let's see. Watch The Mandalorian. Little baby Yoda is so cute and I love him so much. I've been to The Witcher, and man, Henry Cavill. Fuck. What a hunk. I watched the Star Wars. Apparently it's the last one, and I really liked it, which apparently I'm not allowed to.
How dare you?
That's pretty much it. Oh yeah, also we hit 4,000 subscribers on YouTube, and I got my degree, y'all. That's right, I graduated college. So 2019 has been a weird year for me because it's been a lot about sacrificing the things I really love to do, like creating content like this, for the sake of graduating and getting that degree. And now that we're entering a new chapter in my life, 2020 is here and upon us. It's scary, but I'm really excited for the future of games. And I feel like games is taking that next step with me as I enter even more adulthood. So with that said, what can you expect from this channel? What are the things that are staying the same? First and foremost, if you love my reviews, if you love my unboxings, those things are going to stay the same. If I have a new piece of tech that I want to talk about, you guys know I'm going to talk about that. If I have something cool to unbox, you all know we're going to have a ton of fun unboxing those things with you. The next thing that we're actually reviewing is the PlayStation DualShock back button attachment. I think that it's a super weird thing. I think everybody thinks that. There are people hoping it fails. There are people that hope it succeeds. And there's just most people like me think it's fucking weird. And I want to see if it really does drain the shit out of your battery, because that's what I'm really expecting. So again, that's the next review. The thing about reviews though is I run out of ideas really easily. So if there's a product or a manufacturer you want to know more about, let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll try my best to reach out to them and see what we can do, because I want to do more reviews on this channel. So let's do it. When it comes to news, that's the thing that's really going to change, because that's the thing I've been least consistent with, at least in 2019, because really when I guess you're creating as long as I have, and I don't mean that as like some type of brag, I don't know, but like you kind of see what's gonna hit and what's not going to hit. And I've seen YouTube, especially when it comes to games, as let's get on to the next garbage fire, let's get angry about the next thing after the next thing, right? Like we really want to see if it bleeds, it leads. And I get it. Like there are some topics that do heat me up, right? Like Philip Mewson, fuck that guy. You know, Bethesda Fallout 76, I get it. It's a meme at this point. But like there are topics like chicks selling her bathwater, right? There's some streamer chick, she was selling her bathwater. I think it was this year or last year. I don't even know. The outrage just kind of blends into one. I'm like, that's not news. I don't want to talk about that. But I see a lot of YouTubers do that, and it's not content that you're gonna expect here. It's not going to happen. Instead, what I want to focus game news is on the next generation of consoles. If there's a leak, if there's a rumor, I want to talk about it and what that can affect the industry, or how that can affect the industry. For example, the rumor is right now is that the PlayStation 5 is underpowered compared to the Series X by a wide margin. I want to talk about how that could affect Sony and what their strategy could be if the console is as underpowered as some people are expecting it to be. You know, I want to talk about if Amazon enters the race, what that console is going to look like, because that's one of the biggest rumors right now, is that Amazon's prepared to unleash their version of a video game console, which Jeff Bezos, don't you have enough fucking money, man? And then Stadia. I want to see how many mistakes and how many times they step on that rake and hit themselves in the face, but how they pick themselves up. And do they pick themselves up? I want to see if Stadia succeeds. Those are the things I want to talk about. It's all about next gen, and that's what the theme is going into 2020. And so the last thing here as well, I always forgot to mention this, is I understand I run a PlayStation show. And if you don't know, I run a PlayStation show called The Trophy Room, a podcast made by the players for the players. And I do that each and every Thursday. You'll see it on the channel. I understand that might think that I have a bias towards PlayStation. I do. I prefer my PlayStation over my Xbox and my Nintendo. It's the place that I prefer to play on. There are games like, for example, I bought The Witcher for $5 the other day. I could have played that on Game Pass for free because I own Game Pass, right? And I chose to play it on PlayStation because that's just my preferred place to play. But that also doesn't mean that I have to shit on Xbox because I'm a PlayStation guy, or I have to hate on Nintendo because they're excited for Animal Crossing and I don't get it. But it's really about me being honest to you that, hey, listen, I love PlayStation, but I also love Xbox. And they're doing amazing things with Game Pass, and they're pushing the industry forward that I would have never expected the beginning of this generation them doing. They're doing awesome. Nintendo's doing awesome, and I want all of them to succeed. I even want Stadia to succeed. No matter how many rakes they step on, I want them to be a place where people can game on, because for me, gaming is for fucking everyone. I never want to be the guy, and I already see it, where it's just like, I love Xbox, so fuck you. I love PlayStation, so fuck you too, dude. Like, I don't want to be that guy, and I won't be. So it's about being thoughtful, honest, and fair, because there are people that watch us, that consume my content, that believe in what I say, that trust the things I say. And I don't want to mislead you because I want PlayStation to give me a free game. I really don't understand why people are like gun-ho on my console's the best and yours sucks type of content. I really don't know why. Is it for game codes? I genuinely don't know. Generally, I don't know. So with all that said, with all that out of the way, you can expect news content 1 to 2 times every week. We're going to focus on weekly content because daily content will just burn me out, and it's just something that I don't want to be. I don't want to be burnt out. And it really then means that we're talking about meaningful things rather than chick selling or bathwater online. Shit that doesn't matter. So at the end of the day, Bad Bit Games is going to be about having thoughtful, critical, and fair reviews, unboxings, and news each and every week, 2 to 3 times every single week. So with all that said, with all that out of the way, those are my plans for 2020. Now, I also have shows and little programs that I have ideas on making, but that comes later. So don't worry about all that stuff. I don't want to overpromise and then completely underdeliver. So I want to make sure that I'm doing the content that I feel like I want to do, that I feel like you guys want to see, and that I really want to make. You know, I'm excited, man. 2020 is here. Oh man, games, they're awesome. So with all that said, with all that out of the way, everybody, keep your wits about you and have a nice one. See you next year. The year of Barbara.